Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Jamie Dawn, your professional psychic advisor, success coach, and evolutionary revolutionary. This video is brought to you from my home office, and it is for the week of February 25th, 2018. Whew. You know, I was going to launch into all of the different astrological influences. Like we have a Venus and Mars square this week. We also have Chiron playing a nice little note on his flute for healing and for stirring up some wounds. Well, I'll go into some of that, but I wanted to start out more so, of course, we have a full moon this week too. Oh, by the way, it seems like we have one every month, right? We do. And I don't want to be disenchanted by the moon's influences because they are important. And I'll get to that in a second. I think what I want to address first and foremost in this one is that many of us are probably feeling as though we're shedding our skin. And you can already probably visualize the symbol of a snake, right? And how a snake sheds the old skin, it molts and sheds and then brings on something new. I would also invite the idea that it's more than just a snake skin. I feel like my nerves are exposed. I feel as though I am totally transforming, like the caterpillar in a cocoon that is decomposing, eventually ready to fly and emerge as the butterfly, to go on adventure, to flit and float. But before that happens at the full moon, these first few days of the week, we will probably feel as though we are going into some very deep places that we're aware of. We just weren't ready to deal with them at the moment. Some of that was because life was taking over. Some of it was we just didn't have the tools yet, or we just didn't have the capacity. You know, I had a conversation with somebody last week, and they asked me a question, and I just looked at them and I said, right now I'm exhausted. My cup is so empty. I don't have the capacity to answer that question right now. It was just too much at the time. So it's really important as we continue to work with this first couple of days of the week energy, know where your boundaries are, know what you have the capacity to deal with, because there are going to be some things that come up, and there are going to be some things that we need to allow ourselves to move through. If you need to cry, cry. If you are madly in love, be madly in love. If you are feeling excited and alive about something that you're passionate about, good, let it be there. Enjoy it, go chase it. I think it's really important that we allow ourselves to work with what we're feeling, what we're thinking, especially at the beginning of the week, because it's going to reveal some things within us that we are working on accepting. It's helping us to come back to our most authentic selves. Remember, we still have Jupiter and Scorpio. And as it's moving through the different areas of our lives, we're being asked, are you being real? Can you accept this about you? Does that mean that you may have to let go of certain things in your life to become even more authentic than you thought you were? Yeah, that's what this full moon is about. It's in Virgo, which Virgo is the, Vestal Virgin, very humble, very kind, acts of service kind of sign, likes its routine, likes to organize. It's a doer. Right? That Virgo energy is a doer. Give that person a list and they're going to make sure it's done, and they're going to make sure it's done right. So we may find that we're being challenged with, did I get it right? That's going to be a big theme this week. That when you're looking at your past, or you're looking at what you're dealing with right in front of you, you're going to ask yourself, am I getting this right? And then the invitation is, why does it have to be right? Can it just be what it is? Maybe it's not about getting it right. Maybe it's just about the experience. And so when you go into this full moon, you may be letting go of that old belief system that you have to do it right. And if you don't do it right, then there's something wrong with you. I know I'm talking to a few of you because I'm talking to myself too. So in the middle of all of that, be gracious, be kind, be compassionate with yourself, and notice what you attract into your life this week. As you continue to let go of this need for perfection or this need for getting something right, you may just attract to you that new love, that new inspiration, that new sense of adventure. And it may be you attract some deeper healing and wisdom between yourself and another. There is going to be some energy this week too that you absolutely cannot control or predict. None of us can, because life happens. Things happen. Those of you who know how to control something like a loss, call me. Give me the antidote. Because there are some things in our life that we absolutely cannot control. But what we can do is meet that loss. Because we're talking about a full moon. Things are getting released. We can meet that with our full presence, with our most authentic self that says, I'm raw, I'm exposed, I don't know what to do with this. Or it says, hey, I finally got my shit together, and it's not about being right. It's just about, let's meet this. Let's go on an adventure. Let's see what this is all about. Change is still in the air. It's going to happen. It's the one constant. You know, I've been asking myself, what is it that I'm continuing to bring as an act of service? And there's times where I don't even know the answer to that. And other times I'm like, oh, now I get it. Okay, I see what I'm bringing to this. But it's through those wounds, those truths, those things of letting go, it's through the challenges, that's where the antidote lies, through the poison. Those of you who are familiar with Buddhist teachings, you'll know about how the poison is not to be avoided, it's actually to be used as an antidote for healing, for power, for wisdom. So I'll leave you with that. Let's use this week's energies as an opportunity to find the antidote to become our most authentic selves. And I'd love to hear what you come up with. I'm thinking that my antidote this week might just be in the form of acceptance. But we'll see. All right, you guys, have a wonderful week. You know where to find me, jamiedawn.com, 12listen.com, and of course my radio show with G. Brian Benson on Thursday mornings at 12radio.com. Like, share, comment, post, subscribe. Thank you so much. We'll be back. I'll be back whenever I feel inspired again. Have a great week, everyone.